fully active ladies and gentlemen, again, to hell with motivation and with getting motivated and all this stuff. Why am I saying this? Because motivation by itself is not effective. There are other factors that need to be included in the whole equation for motivation to work properly. So today in this video, we're gonna talk about all of these factors exemplified by tubs of coffee and a little cup of coffee. So here we have our little friend, motivation, right? So when you start working out, when you start your health journey, finally you're losing weight, you will have six-pack abs by the summer, you're so motivated because you will be the best looking dad on the beach, by the pool, and you know, everybody will be just jealous of your wife, you feel good in your skin, you are satisfied with what you see in the mirror, and you have the energy levels you had back then when you were in college or when you were a teenager, right? So this is what you want to do, this is where you want to get to, and you are absolutely motivated. You tell your coach, okay, I want to go to the gym 6 times per week, right? I want to spend there 2 hours, and then you know, things get a little bit busy in your business, at your career, family events are coming up, you start slacking off with your meals, right? You start including a little bit of alcohol here and there. So these things are just coming into the equation and your motivation just starts dropping like this. So what else do you need to sustain this? Right, momentum. This is what you need. So once you get motivated, okay, milk that. Use that for getting some initial gains, you know, some initial streak of fat loss. I know it's super motivating. So for example, when my clients in their first couple of weeks, they lose a ton of weight, right? Because first the water weight that starts coming off, and then they're starting to burn fat, obviously, right? So it's not uncommon that in the first month, like 9, 10, or even more pounds are just coming off, right? And they are motivated. But because of the result, there's one more thing that you get. Momentum. Momentum is the thing that helps you sustain that feeling which comes with motivation. But that's not motivation anymore because it starts with motivation, but it goes over like an extended time frame, right? So you get momentum from the results that you have already got just by being motivated and starting to get dialed in on something. But what is the next thing? The next thing is consistency, and from consistency comes habits. So here we have this middle-sized tub of coffee, right? These are the habits that you practice. And to be honest, this is one of the hardest to properly learn and properly implement. It's very simple, but not easy. Right? So there's a significant difference between being simple and being easy, something being easy, right? So your goal is to shift your habits, shift your identity. So look at that person that you want to become, look at that shape, look at that, the way they carry themselves, right? How proud they are, how do they appear, and what kind of habits they are practicing or they have practiced to get there where they are today. So look at this ideal person. It could be about his body fat percentage. It could be about his career achievements, his energy levels, the way he is behaving, anything that you can imagine about this ideal person, right? So these behavior patterns, which keep repeating themselves or they repeat it over and over and over again, these are called habits. So these activities that your brain continuously repeats. So what is the thing with habits is that these are the activities which take the least energy for your brain to perform. So your brain is kind of like the laziest organ that you have in your entire body. And the funny thing about this is that it always finds those neural pathways which require the least energy to execute. And these are those activities that you are doing very often. So these are your habits. So this is why shifting your habits is kind of like difficult at the beginning, because your brain doesn't want to follow new activities, doesn't want to like take up new activities on a regular basis, right? So your brain starts protesting because this new activity at this point is a high energy activity for your brain. It takes a little bit more calories to find those neural pathways to execute on that activity. But the more you keep repeating the activity, the more you force your brain into doing something new, the easier it becomes. So a high energy activity transforms into a low energy activity, which means that now you've got a habit. And this process takes 21 days. So each new habit takes 21 days to get there and to be ingrained into your lifestyle. But, okay, let's see. At the beginning, you've got the motivation. This starts at day 1. Then, let's say you get results in the first 2 weeks. Now you've got momentum. And once you've got the momentum, you go on for 3 weeks with the same activities over and over and over again. I do not recommend to take up too many habits at the same time, so don't start practicing too many habits at the same time, just 2 or 3 at a time. Pick them up, practice them consistently, and once you have kept the 21-day rule, so 3 weeks consistently with one habit, basically that should come naturally afterwards, right? You still might need accountability, it's more than likely, because you need a prolonged period of time to see if something really works or not, right? You need to go through some hard times. You need to experience some high seasons. You need to see how things look like when you would normally say this is not the right time. So this is one of the biggest misbeliefs, that this is not the right time for me to transform my health, to get lean, to get in shape, to get the body, the health and the physique that I always deserved. Those energy levels that I have always dreamed of, okay? So you always say that, okay, this is not the right time because, okay, I have a 2-year-old son. Well, the 2-year-old son in 2 years will be 4-year-old and will be much faster, much, naughtier than he is right now, and he will make a lot more trouble. So is it going to be better, right? So you're scaling, let's say, a business, right? In 2 years, that's going to be bigger business, bigger problems, right? And it's not like, okay, you get some time on your hands because you outsource certain things. Now, because at this point, you are making much more important decisions. So even in 2 years, it's not going to be over, right? So you will always be busy. There will always be hard times. There will always be busy times. So you got to give your habits enough time to see that, okay, once you consistently practice them, how long they can stay. Can you become naturally accountable to them? Can these activities become something in your life compared to, let's say, brushing your teeth or taking a shower, breathing air that remains forever? Well, that leaves us with the 4th and final component after motivation, momentum, and habits. This is lifestyle. So, once you have practiced an activity or a set of activities, a set of habits consistently for 90 days, you are likely to never ever give up on these. Right? So now you've got a new lifestyle. Now you've got a new identity. Now you can proudly say of yourself that you are following the same things exactly as the ideal person that you want to become. So the ideal person that looks back at you in the future or from the future is proud of you, because now you've got the same lifestyle. So now they are sure about this one thing, that you will get to their level, that actually future you is present you. There is no time warp, right? There is no kind of like warp in the timeline. Everything is great as it's supposed to be. Why? Because now you've got the lifestyle that will eventually get you there. So this is what we help our clients with in the Demi Cycle Protocol. That, okay, first, we appreciate the initial motivation, but we know that by itself, it doesn't work that much. So we help them gain momentum because you're giving you quick results, and you can already feel the weight loss, you can already feel the fat loss, and the energy level increases in the first 2 weeks. And after the first 2 weeks, once you got your habits dialed in, it will be easy to make progress. So progress will be the most natural thing to occur to you. And after the first 90 days, these are just part of your lifestyle, right? Because our goal is not to hold your hands forever, but actually teach you all the methods and the systems that will enable. So So my throat is getting dry at this time of the day. So that will enable you to maintain your progress for a lifetime, right? Because I'm of the belief that, to be honest, you can't really look at fitness and health and all of this lifestyle sphere as a set of 90-day challenges. If it would be like a 90-day challenge, then, well, it wouldn't be sustainable, because once it is over, you just can't maintain the progress. You start eating like crap again, you start taking up your bad habits again, and what was it for? Why did you sign up for that 90-day challenge because if you knew in advance that you couldn't sustain the results? So this is what we want to do, not hold your hands until the end of your life, but teach you all the systems and all the habits that will eventually enable you to maintain the progress for the rest of your life. So if you like this video and you learned something from it, and you like these aesthetic coffee cups and cans of coffee over here, then like and subscribe, share it with your teammates, with your colleagues, with your coworkers, and with your friends. And if you feel like, okay, this is something which was tailored to me, which is really, really matching my goals and my personality, and I also want that lifestyle, I also want to naturally be accountable to all the habits that my ideal person that I imagined for myself would practice on a normal day, right? And be happy about the results, then book a free call with us. You can find the link in the description, and let's see how we could craft up the perfect game plan for you and how we could keep you accountable in the long run, right? So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Fully active.